After World War I ended, Europe had been completely transformed. The 4-year war had affected the lives of millions of people. Many cities, villages, and industrial regions had suffered massive destruction. Even after the war ended, economic and social crises continued across the continent. Millions of soldiers were returning home, while many families had lost their loved ones. People across Europe hoped for lasting peace and a better future. With this goal in mind, the victorious nations decided to organize an international peace conference. In January 1919, representatives from many countries gathered at the Palace of Versailles in France. The purpose of the conference was to establish a new political order for post-war Europe. The delegates also sought ways to prevent another devastating war in the future. Many countries participated in the conference, but the victorious powers held the greatest influence over the decisions. The defeated nations were given only a very limited role in the initial negotiations. Most of the important terms were discussed first among the victorious nations. The completed proposals were then presented to the representatives of the defeated country. Many people criticized this process even at the time. The conference leaders claimed they were creating a new and lasting order for Europe. During the conference, extensive discussions took place on borders, security, the economy, and international cooperation. Inside the magnificent Palace of Versailles, the future of Europe was being shaped. Millions of people across Europe hoped these decisions would bring peace, while many also remained worried about the future. After months of negotiations, a treaty was prepared that would influence Europe and world history for decades to come. One of the most controversial provisions of the treaty was assigning responsibility for the war. The treaty included a special provision that later became known as the War Guilt Clause. Under this provision, responsibility for the war was placed primarily on Germany and its allied nations. On this basis, Germany was held responsible for the damage caused by the war. This provision later became the legal basis for demanding war reparations. The victorious nations argued that responsibility for the immense destruction caused by the war had to be determined. They believed that lasting peace would be difficult to achieve without it. However, in Germany, this decision was widely regarded as unfair. Many people believed that it was unfair to hold only one country responsible for the war. This decision dealt a severe blow to Germany's sense of national honor. For a society that had viewed itself as a powerful nation before the war, accepting this was extremely difficult. Feelings of humiliation and resentment spread rapidly across the country. Many citizens felt that their country had been treated harshly by the international community. The psychological and emotional impact of this event continued for many years. Many people abroad viewed this provision as an attempt to achieve justice. Meanwhile, some international observers considered it an excessively harsh decision. Over time, this provision remained a continuing subject of debate in European politics. Historians generally believe that this decision deepened public resentment within Germany. This resentment later created conditions that helped several new political movements gain support. Assigning responsibility for the war was only the beginning. Germany was now about to face economic and military restrictions that would deeply affect the country for years to come. Under the treaty, Germany was required to pay heavy war reparations. The purpose of these reparations was to compensate for the damage caused during the war. Germany was later required to pay reparations amounting to billions of gold marks. The amount was to be paid over many years through scheduled installments. This financial burden placed enormous pressure on Germany's public finances. The government had to adopt new economic measures to manage these payments. The country's industries and production were also significantly affected. Many industries faced shortages of resources and investment capital. International trade became more difficult than before. Exports and overall economic activity gradually declined. The gap between government revenue and expenditure continued to widen. The fiscal crisis further weakened the country's economy. During this period, the first signs of inflation also began to appear. The prices of essential goods gradually began to rise. Daily life became increasingly difficult for ordinary citizens. Many families struggled to meet basic needs such as food, housing, and other essentials. Unemployment and economic uncertainty continued to rise. People gradually lost confidence in the government and the country's economic future. According to historians, war reparations and the economic crisis profoundly influenced Germany's later political developments. Along with the economic crisis, Germany was also forced to accept strict restrictions on its military, weapons, and security system, fundamentally transforming the country's military power. Under the Treaty of Versailles, Germany lost several of its important territories. These territorial changes significantly altered the country's borders. Some territories were transferred to neighboring countries, while others were placed under international administration. As a result of these changes, Germany lost access to several important natural resources. The loss of coal-producing regions proved to be a major blow to the economy. The availability of iron ore and other industrial resources also declined. This had a direct impact on Germany's heavy industries and factories. The supply of raw materials essential for industry began to decline. A portion of Germany's fertile farmland also passed out of its control. This placed additional pressure on food production and the agricultural economy. After the war, many European borders were redrawn. The new borders left millions of people living within different countries overnight. Many families faced uncertainty about their identity, citizenship, and future. These changes also affected trade routes and transportation networks. Industrial production became considerably slower than before. Many factories and businesses had to adapt to the new economic conditions. These economic and territorial changes further increased public dissatisfaction. Many people believed that the treaty's terms were excessively harsh for Germany. According to historians, the territorial and economic losses profoundly influenced Germany's political developments in the years that followed. After losing territories and resources, Germany also faced strict military restrictions that completely transformed its national defense system. Under the Treaty of Versailles, strict restrictions were imposed on Germany's military power. The German army was reduced to a maximum strength of 100,000 soldiers. Compulsory military conscription was abolished. The army could operate only through voluntary enlistment. Germany was not permitted to possess tanks, heavy artillery, or many modern weapons. The production and use of chemical weapons were also prohibited. The size and combat capability of the German Navy were also limited. Germany was prohibited from maintaining large battleships and submarines. Germany was not allowed to maintain any military air force. Military aircraft and aerial warfare capabilities were completely banned. The Rhineland was declared a demilitarized zone. Military fortifications and troop deployments were prohibited in this region. These restrictions significantly weakened Germany's defense system compared to before. The drastic reduction in the army left thousands of former soldiers unemployed. Many experienced military officers were also forced to leave their positions. Concerns about national security began to grow throughout the country. Many citizens viewed these military restrictions as a serious blow to national honor. These conditions further increased feelings of resentment and humiliation in Germany. According to historians, the military restrictions profoundly influenced Germany's future politics and public opinion. Amid economic crisis, military restrictions, and a sense of national humiliation, new political movements began to emerge in Germany, changing the country's direction in the years that followed.